So, for today's podcast, we're going to do another graduate spotlight. And this time it is on Emily Rudolph. Emily, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, good. Well, first of all, congratulations on graduating from New Tech Institute High School.
Thank you.
I know it seems kind of strange now. You and I were talking about before we started recording that it's kind of that limbo period. You haven't started college yet, but now you've graduated from high school. But it's an exciting time in somebody's life.
Yep, I'm looking forward to what the future holds for sure.
Well, great. Well, great. Well, why don't we do this? As I told you, we're recording these and posting these throughout the summer because we thought it would just be interesting to talk to some of our recent grads because I know you had so much success in high school and you've got a bright future ahead of you. So let's just chat about that. So first of all, tell us a little bit about your high school career you just wrapped up.
So I went to New Tech Institute for all 4 years.
Okay.
I was a pretty involved student, class president all 4 years, so
Fantastic.
reelected every year and everything.
What was it about New Tech that kind of captured your attention? I know you had a brother that was going there, but was there something in particular about the program that drew your attention?
It started with the STEM aspect of it. So from a young age, I mean, I was the girl that went to space camp every year. Like I
Okay.
love engineering, and
Sure.
I still do. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing in life. But so yeah, it was that project based and hands on approach. And then kind of as I was there for a couple of years, I realized that going to New Tech had allowed me to have a lot of freedom in what I did outside of school too. So if I went to some school that was like if I was at like a North high school where it was really big and there was a lot to
Sure.
do, I think I'd be so busy there. But with New Tech, I was able to really get involved in New Tech, but then also get involved in like YMCA youth and government and
Sure.
volunteering and like all this other stuff. So I think that New Tech really allowed me to grow my resume and just kind of develop as a person, not just a student.
Wow, fantastic.
Mhm.
And tell me a little bit more about the appeal of project-based learning that New Tech, not that we don't do that in all schools, but I know that's truly a focus for New Tech.
I think it's a really good way to just teach collaboration and public speaking. I mean, not a lot of kids are able to get up and do a presentation, especially coming out of schools that you're just doing homework after homework or whatever. But at New Tech, you're really working with your friends and your classmates, and I mean, our class bond was stronger than ever just because we were always in group projects together. And I think that it's just like it's a creative way to learn as well. You're not listening to a teacher all day.
Sure. I was going to say, how do you think that helped you learn kind of that collaborative focus?
Yeah, I think it really helps too in the workplace. I mean, obviously, like I'm doing an internship now, and like I use some of the skills I use in project based learning. The like solving your own problems and everything, I think is really a useful skill too. You don't always just go to the teacher with your questions. You go to like Google or friends or.
Sure.
I think that is another benefit that comes from project based learning is that like you learn to think on your feet and like really make decisions. And I think that's a good skill to have.
Well, I agree. And then I know in addition to and along with being a student at New Tech, you also then worked junior and senior year attending Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. So tell us a little bit about that.
I love my time at SICTech. That's
Yeah.
just the acronym for
Sure.
it. But yeah, I was in the engineering and architecture design technology program. So in my junior year, I would do one day would be architecture classes. So I'd be learning like Revit and AutoCAD and just kind of doing drafting. And then in the other day, I would be doing the mechanical engineering side of it. So we used a lot of SolidWorks and just like 3D modeled parts and did more mechanical engineering just activities.
Sure.
And I use those skills in my internship now. So I use
Great.
SolidWorks occasionally when it pops up. But then the real benefit of doing the SICTech program is like I got certifications that now will forever be on my resume. Whereas, I see other people on LinkedIn who are like, I'm proficient in SolidWorks, but I get to say I'm certified. Like there's a company that backs me up to say, I know this software well, so.
It sounds like you feel like you're a little bit ahead of the game compared to maybe some of your counterparts that would be your age at this stage of life.
100%. I mean, because I know I keep referencing the internship, obviously, that's just what's on
Sure.
my mind, but they're like my company was looking for other interns, specifically mechanical engineering interns, and they couldn't find anyone. And they were looking at a college level and they still couldn't find anyone. and I'm sitting in the same, management meeting as them as a high school intern
Wow.
when I'm not even graduated, you
Well,
know?
well, let's do a little deeper dive into this internship opportunity. So, first of all, when you're at SICTech, if people listening to this are not familiar, you were still at New Tech half the day
Mhm.
because it's a half day program for both juniors and seniors at the Tech Center and Career Center. So, it still allowed you to keep that connection with New Tech, obviously. But
Mhm.
through that, then you started an internship. What was it, your senior year?
Yeah, so it was part of my classes that a lot of, or I guess I think it applies to a lot of the programs
Sure.
at SICTech, but senior year, your second semester, you have the option, if your grades are good and you fit the classroom criteria, to leave and do a half day internship.
Okay.
So you still go to your home high school, and then in the afternoon you go work.
Okay.
So
So, where
yeah.
did you end up going company wise?
So I ended up getting a connection at Berry Global's
Okay.
ESS department. So it's equipment solutions and support. Basically, I'm not making cups, but I'm making the machines that move the cups.
Okay.
So that's like how I
Right.
quickly describe it.
And so you did that internship your senior year, and then you were telling us just a second ago, because of them having a need and you having the background, it's now turned into a paid internship this summer.
Yeah. So actually, it was paid throughout the school year
Okay.
too, which is
Wow.
even more of
That's
like a
really a
flex, I
bonus.
guess, that you
Sure.
get paid to go to school. But I mean, especially the students coming out of the class I was in, the engineering program, engineers are in high demand. And so a lot of our internships are paid. But I know there's other classes, like I think culinary has a couple that like they're not paid just because
Okay.
it's you're a high schooler and you're,
Sure. You just
learning.
happen to be in an opportunity, though, where
hmm
yours were, and now that continues. So tell us just a little bit about in the summertime here, what that internship looks like. Because you're right. For so many people, that's reserved maybe for the college time in their life, not so much just during high school.
hmm So my internship is a little unique because I had a conversation with my employer like right off the bat. They kind of knew I had some previous experience with one of my like the director of my department because I knew him from a STEM camp I had done a couple years ago.
Okay.
So when he saw my name on the
Well, that helped
application
then.
list, yeah, he was like, "Oh my gosh,
Great
you."
connection. Sure.
Yeah. So I kind of had that like foot in the door before, and so they gave me a lot of flexibility when I was picking like choosing to do. And I knew from my first robotics experience that I wanted to go into management. So I'm kind of doing mechanical engineering management at this point. So I work directly under our project engineer. So like the guy, running all the projects. And we have, I think, about 30 projects right now just in rotations. And basically I'm his mini project manager. So I'm doing the same thing he's doing, but just for like less projects. But it was really nice over the summer because I finally get to like be in the meetings. There's so many where I'm doing half day internship at school.
Right. But
And
then you
so
have to leave, or you have to be at
yeah,
school
like I have to
obviously
be at
half the day.
school during like a big meeting that's coming up
Right.
and it's like it kind of sucked to not be there the whole time.
But
But
during summer,
now,
you can be there all day.
yeah, so there's some days where I'll stay late just because I know there's a meeting that's
Okay.
important. So it's
Right.
kind of fun, but
And how exciting to be a part of a company like Berry Global. I mean, we're talking about an international company whose headquarters are right here in Evansville.
it's really nice, and especially the fact that they have a lot of like global locations, and
Right.
so I'm one of those people where I love Evansville, but I want to like explore when I get
Right.
older. So after college, I've already talked to my like director, and he was like, "Yeah, if you want to, because I'll be up in South Bend." And he's like, "Yeah, there's a branch up by South Bend. If you want to stay a summer up there, just let me know, and I'll try and connect you." So
Well, how wonderful though, because it sounds like you've had these connections, and because of your experience now and the relationships you're building and what you're demonstrating you can do with your knowledge and experience, sounds like things are starting to come together for future opportunities with Berry Global.
yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I don't want to box myself in right now,
Sure,
but yeah,
sure.
I'm excited.
Nice to have those options though.
Especially an option like that.
Well, and you just talked about an option of a possible internship near South Bend. So would you like to tell us why you're going to be in the South Bend area in the future?
Oh, yeah, I will be attending Notre Dame,
Okay.
University, I guess. But yeah, I'll be going to University of Notre Dame for mechanical engineering, and then I'm looking at pursuing a minor in business, but I'm not like 100% on that.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to, I know myself, I want to go into management, but I want to get that mechanical engineering base. So I'm kind of trying to look for
Sure.
major options that would
Right.
support that, like also want to be in management. So
Right. And tell us a bit more about what took you to the University of Notre Dame, because it sounds like you would have had lots of options as far as where you would have pursued your college or university experience. So why Notre Dame?
It was kind of a dream at first, honestly. My mom and I toured there over the summer last year, and we're kind of just like oohing and awing the whole time because the
Mhm.
campus is gorgeous. And so, of course, I applied and was like, fingers crossed. But in my head, I was like, there's no way I get in. There's just no way. And so I got in, and it was kind of like a shock. And so I looked into their programs. I mean, obviously they're Notre Dame, they're good.
Right.
Um, but really, once I toured again right before decisions were due, and it was the campus life and just the feel of the campus. Because I mean, at the when you do mechanical engineering, I could go to USI and get a good mechanical engineering degree.
Sure.
It's really the campus and the experience.
Right.
And at this point, I was debating between my two final ones were Rose-Hulman and Notre Dame.
Okay.
But I knew I wanted to do a little bit of management, and I knew that Rose-Hulman makes really good engineers, but not necessarily like they don't have a lot of major flexibility to do management or business or anything on the side.
Right.
So Notre Dame has that flexibility where I can go major in mechanical engineering, but they have a lot of opportunity outside of that.
Okay. Well, Emily, it sounds like you certainly have a great vision for what your future is going to hold for you. Before we wrap up, what's the one thing that you're the most excited about at this stage in your life? You've wrapped up high school, you're doing the summer internship, you're getting ready to start life as a student at a university. What are you looking most forward to?
I think I'm most excited to meeting more people at Notre Dame.
Mhm.
Specifically, like I come from New Tech, right? And we're a really small school. I
Right.
mean, my class was 60 people.
Right.
And I'm so excited to get out there and meet people that are like, kind of like me,
Sure.
driven
But
engineering.
from
Like
different
I'm
places. I mean, you're going
Yeah,
to be dealing with
exactly.
students from across the country and really across the globe.
Yeah, I'm excited to get that diversity and really like explore the world with new people.
Sure. Well, I don't doubt it. I think you're going to have a great experience, and we wish you nothing but the best. And we appreciate you taking the time because I know you had to run and leave your internship as soon as you got off work today to make it down to our studio. So we thank you very much, and good luck to you in the future.
Thank you.